All right. So today we're excited to be joined by Jean-Guy de Gabriec. Hopefully I got that correct. Internationally recognized wellness consultant, educator, and founder of the World Wellness Weekend. Jean-Guy, thanks so much for being with us today.
Merci beaucoup, Sarah. Thank you so much. Your French is impeccable.
No, good. So we have a couple questions to go over today. You may be sharing your screen a little bit just to kind of take us through some stuff. So we'll jump right in to make sure that we have enough time. Let's start with our first question. What is World Wellness Weekend and how did it grow from 160 venues in two countries in 2017 to more than 11,000 venues in 187 countries last year?
Sarah, thank you. Thank you for Robin, Bridget, to have me today to join you. Bonjour, Jennifer. Thank you so much for joining. And also Yamoni, Andrea, Mackenzie. Thank you all for being there, Sophia, and so many others. I will not name the telephone numbers joining. I'm the founder of Wellness Weekend. I've been a consultant and an educator for the past 25 years. Um, I've was very passionate about traveling the world, learning from people, sharing best practices and guest experience. And there was a time when I realized, after joining conferences, after managing the World Spa and Wellness Convention in London now for 12 years and joining the Global Wellness Summit and others, I thought there was a moment when we could join together and not just work in silos, doing the best we can for clients and colleagues and communities. But I thought it would be useful for our profession to raise spirits, to raise its profile, if we had a moment in time to showcase to the world and to the media what we do. So the idea of creating an activation in France and Belgium first, last year in 187 countries, with the support of 60 professional associations and federations like the Wellness Tourism Association, um, that it would give a moment in time for anyone from sunrise in New Zealand, all across Asia, Europe, all across the US, North and Latin America, all the way to sunset in Hawaii on the last day, to show that they are part of the solution for healthier, stronger, happier communities. So many times, people think that the spa and wellness hospitality industry is quite inclusive for those who can afford it, for those who have the time for it. So it's very exclusive, and I try to make it inclusive so that everyone feels welcome. Wellness for all means wellness for the clients, wellness for the staff, the colleagues, and wellness for the community. So we support the United Nations with their 16 Sustainable Development Goals, especially number three, good health and well-being for all. And the reason why we jumped exponentially from 160 venues 10 years ago to 11,000 and over 11,000 to this day is because it's not a one person's job. It's not a one man's or woman's job. It takes a village. And in the case of World Wellness Weekend, it takes 150 passionate volunteers who some are um, city ambassadors, country ambassadors, or city coordinators, country coordinators. And they dedicate 1 or 2 hours of their time each week to reach out to their network, to expand their network. And among those ambassadors, we have hotel GMs, we have chairs of associations, we have um, consultant, trainers. So we have all kinds of people who want to make a positive impact in their community and who want to raise their profile and who want to be connected with the quote unquote world wellness network of people who across the globe are being creative, imaginative, and this has risen conversations. And some of our ambassadors have connected with their governors in America or in Mexico, with mayors in over 40 cities, and with recently the ministers of health, tourism, sports in Italy, Philippines, Uruguay. The list goes on. And as Catherine Johnston, one of the researchers of the Global Wellness Institute, says, do we want to be wellness leaders or do we want to be leaders in wellness? Not just making it exclusive wellness for those who can afford it, but really wellness for all. This is what motivated me 10 years ago. This is what keeps me not up at night, but out of the bed in the morning to connect and to share the news with all of you.
Great. That's amazing. So do all activities have to be free in order to participate?
I do not believe in free as a business model. I prefer freemium, having something free for people to come, arrive, meet, come with friends for the first time. And then if they see the place and they like the place and they meet the team and they like the team, and if they try one of the experiences with a class, a workshop, then maybe they want to come back. If it's so, the answer is yes and, or yes, not but yes and. So, yes, one activity organized by, for instance, each of the 11,000 venues has to be free. Mandatory one free activity. Why? Because it's wellness for all. Because if we want to be serious with the media, with the journalist, we cannot have all kinds of promotions going on around the world. We need one activity per venue to say we open our doors. The first class is free for a yoga session, for a fitness class, for a workshop in a hotel. Some hotels are participating and they have no spas. Some hotels are participating and they have no fitness room and they have no pool. Some are amazing resorts, five-star hotels, and maybe we'll dig into maybe some of the names of those hotels. But some hotels are just business hotels, and they have a reception, and they have rooms, and they have a restaurant, or they have a meeting room or meeting spaces, and they find local talents to come and explain what they do, share their passion and their expertise. So yes, one activity has to be free so that journalists, media, influencers can say there are activities for free which are inclusive all over the world. Look at wellmap.org, find your language of choice. We have 17 as of today: English, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, Mandarin, Italian, Indian, Japanese, Korean, and we will add an 18th language very soon, hopefully before the end of this month, in Ukrainian, because we have more and more venues participating in Ukraine. So one activity has to be free because we want to attract, we want to reach out to our community. And I highly encourage everyone listening to this conversation to also add irresistible offers. I'll give you a few examples. We have some hotels that offer 1 hour of a fitness class. And then they say, if you want to stay longer with us and have access to the pool, have access to the fitness room, have access to the heat and water facilities and mam saunas, you can book a 2 or 3 hour pass so that you can you can stay and extend and maybe book a cabana. And I'll go back to the question about the travel agent. Some other venues, hotels, resorts say, why don't you join our free yoga session on Sunday? It's free. You can just stay for the session, or you can book your seat at the restaurant for a Sunday brunch. So you can invite your friends, encourage them to join. You can attract locals who think most of the time that hotels, resorts, Wellness retreats are only for the people staying at the hotel, the resort, or the wellness retreat, or you can be a local and have access to those properties. So that's one thing. Travel agents, they can definitely work with their tourism partners and create a package. So the idea would be I offer setting up venues, decorations, hotel stay, excursion as a travel agency. Cool. So a travel agent, a tour operator can definitely reach out to the tourism partners in their portfolio and encourage them to organize a weekend during the World Wellness Weekend, which is always on the third weekend of September, World Wellness Weekend, three W's, therefore the third weekend of September. We tend to think that September is the new January when people are back from their holidays, they're back to work, kids are back at school, and they want to be back in shape. So this is when it's the perfect time before the change of season, before the equinox, to rally our entire profession and to showcase what we do. So travel agents, I highly encourage you to look at your portfolio. What are the hotels, the resorts, the restaurants, um, um, the providers of wellness experiences, maybe safaris or water safaris, may it be, hikes or bikes, things you can do in a region to have a sense of place and to discover the property. Then all of them can think of one thing that can be free, a class, a session, a workshop. Maybe it can be live at the place to encourage people to come at the destination and up they can have their phone and they can make a Facebook Live or they can make an Insta Live and they can showcase to the rest of the world what's happening in in the beautiful location where they are or right at the center of the city. So one activity for free because it's wellness for all, and then premiumize, wellnessification. Why would people want to come back? I highly encourage also anyone wanting to participate to not just offer a free activity, but also to have something to follow up for. So if you can see, this is a QR code, it can be any QR code, for people to come with their phone, flash it, and then what's happening at the end of September, what's happening in October joining and attending a session, a class, or workshop during the World Wellness Weekend free, extending their stay during the weekend for the afternoon or with a night. Maybe there can be, a half board or a full board. This will create a package for your tourism partners to monetize provided they do one activity for free. And then what would be the reason why to come back as a local or as a nearby traveler so that I can enjoy that location at another time of the year? You had a short question with one activity. It was a long answer. I hope it's okay.
That's okay. Let's kind of back up. You had touched on some hotel groups. So, which hotel groups and hospitality brands are actively participating to promote their wellness activities?
I don't want this to be so we'll go back with the free offers because I have documents for that, Jennifer. So hotels and hotel groups are participating. We have standalone, we have boutique, and we have Accor encouraging Sofitel and M Gallery to participate massively. We have Banyan Group with over 30 properties participating. We have Fusion in Vietnam. We have GoCo Hospitality in Thailand and in the US with Glen Ivy and Koh Samui and there's another one that's evading my mind right now. Hard Rock Hotels, some of them, not all, participating. Hyatt Hotels, not all, some of them. Leela Palaces, ITC Hotels in India. Mandarin Oriental, not all, some of them. Marriott International, 187 properties, a lot in Asia Pacific, more and more in the US. Marriott International, really seeing the opportunity, seizing the opportunity, and creating this as a team building experience for their staff so that they can feel connected with first Asia Pacific organizing activities and then passing on the baton to their colleagues in Europe, then throwing it over the Atlantic to the US, throwing it over the Pacific all the way to Polynesia and to Hawaii. So they are excited, they are challenging themselves. Maybe we'll get into the details of yes, one activity, but if you do three, you can be a wellness champion, and if you do five, you can be a wellness hero. The list goes on with Oberoi hotels, which are very high end. They do not need to organize wellness for all, except that Mr. Oberoi himself is an active supporter of community and supporting Mother Teresa's associations and charity work. So they felt compelled to participate. Ryu, which is an all-inclusive hotel, very affordable, also organizing activities with their spa team and with their scuba diving team so that we have well fees on the ground, by the pool, in the pool, and also under the water with goggles, making fun, Instagrammable moments. Shangri-La Hotels and Resorts, Six Senses Taj Hotels, Vinpearl in Thailand, in Vietnam. The list goes on, but I don't want to take too much time. It's really a thing now for hotels, standalone, boutique, and groups to see the opportunity to showcase what their team has to offer. And for instance, Hyatt, they're offering Hyatt experiences all over the world with a sense of place. Boom! They organize one activity and then they encourage the people joining to say, and would you like to try this experience? Yes, it comes at the price because there's a facilitator, because there's a private or a privatized access to this producer, this artist, this place, but you won't regret it because basically at the end of the stay, people forget how much they paid, but they never forget how you made them feel. Back to you,
Great.
Sarah.
Great. And it looks like we have one of your participating hotels on here. Carillon Miami Wellness Resort has participated
Yes,
for the last 6 years.
absolutely. Well done. Champion.
So what are some of the most successful examples of cities or destinations participating with support from their mayor or tourism bureau?
So back to numbers because there is some truth in numbers. Once again, celebrating wellness with posts on social media, having a day that people are, how do you say, following and wishing everyone a happy Earth Day, a happy Global Wellness Day, and not really knowing what's happening with World Wellness Weekend and the Well Map, WELLMAP.org. We're a nonprofit, a registered international nonprofit association recognized by the King of Belgium because I live in Brussels. Um, you can see all of the venues appearing with a geolocator on a map. And with the 187 countries, there are over 20,000 fun, free, meaningful activities in over 2,000 cities. Out of those 2,000 cities or more, 40 plus mayors have signed a letter of support saying, we believe in this. Not just to be a wellness destination, not just to attract more visitors, but because we have people living, working, studying, or retiring in our cities. And yes, we have good weather, we have architectural and cultural wonders. Yes, we have culinary wonders for you to historical places. There are many reasons why to visit and discover. But it's not just for the people who pay, not just for the people who visit. It's also for the people who live there, work there, study there, and retire there. So they want to increase the perceived quality of life. I'll give you four examples. One in Spain. Yes, Madrid is participating. Yes, Barcelona is participating. But yes, Marbella and Malaga on the Costa del Sol have received the support of not the local mayor, but the local tourism authority. And they have gathered 150 venues in a 10-kilometer radius offering over 1,800 activities, making them the most active city in the world, with activities from the Friday to the Sunday. And this year, they're extending because they think 3 days is not enough. I thought a weekend was 2 days until I realized that some people take their weekends on the Friday in Dubai, and we extended it to 3 days. And now Marbella and Malaga will be starting the activities on the Thursday with thousands of activities. So Marbella, Malaga, an absolute destination. They're gathering or catching the attention of local TV, of national press, raising the profile and showing that they're not just a beautiful city with a historic center and a beach and chocolate, churros, and postcards you can send to your friends, but they're definitely a destination for wellness across the year because they have, I don't know how many hundreds of days of sun. The other example is Don Torquato. You may not have heard of Don Torquato in the province of Tigre in near Buenos Aires. Now that I mentioned Buenos Aires, everyone says, okay, tango. But Don Torquato was facing some challenges with an aging population, with a youth that is not very active, you know, not really typical for them. I think all of the cities see this and find this. They decided to host an event at the most popular club, Club Pesca y something, a club for hunting and fishing. They have huge facilities with gymnasiums for basketball, handball, soccer, and everything. So they are organizing group activities. Of course, they dance. Of course, they have yoga demonstrations. So the local teachers come and show what the students do to attract more people to join. And they have a great time. And they have been on local television and also interviewed by CNN Spanish. In Italy, Cacciana Terme, a city where Roman soldiers used to go and bathe when they were not fighting and conquering the rest of Europe. Cacciana Terme, a city that is over 2,000 years old. They have a rich history, they want to have a rich present, and they want to build their future. So they created a program of activities for the Wellness Weekend that is 26 pages long. It's almost a short book. They wanted activities to be seen on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for men, women of all age and gender and sizes and shapes, and also for families to join and to enjoy. So the idea is for people to see that there are so many activities in Cacciana Terme that you cannot just drive there and drive back to your home. You'll be missing out. And FOMO is a big factor for people to join. So they're encouraging people to stay in Cacciana Terme. And then the city, as a destination management organization, is encouraging people to stay. 26 pages long. Beating another city, another thermal city in France called Niederbronn-les-Bains. I will not spell it for you, just, Niederbronn-les-Bains, near Alsace, almost by the border with Germany. Their festival of wellness that they organize during the Wellness Weekend is 12 pages long. The last thing I'll say about cities is that we've seen last year for the first time that some cities that participated, encouraging hotels, fitness clubs, yoga studios, martial art dojos, dance schools to participate and to create something special to catch the attention of the media, to give locals an opportunity to rejoice and do things together, for people to travel by car, by bus, by low-cost flights, and to enjoy a weekend. Some of those cities have decided to rename and rebrand World Wellness Weekend in the name of their city with, for instance, in Portugal, the city of Pombal, which is very close on the west of Lisboa. It's now the Pombal Wellness Festival. The city of Cordoba in Argentina, wine country, Cordoba. It's no longer World Wellness Weekend in Cordoba, it's the Cordoba Wellness Weekend. And the list goes on. And we've even had a letter from the Minister of Tourism in Uruguay writing, Minister of Tourism in Uruguay, hereby declare World Wellness Weekend an event of national interest to promote wellness tourism in our beautiful country. Again, a short question, a long answer. Sorry, Sarah. I don't know if we'll be able to go through all of your questions with so many
Not a
answers, but
problem.
I hope this is insightful for those of you listening.
Okay, well, we'll jump to a few more questions here. Why don't you describe the difference between a wellness champion and a wellness hero?
Aha, thank you for following. Yes, you did ask the question, everything for free? I said no, one yes, and more can be, you know, premium or freemium or wellnessization. Well, anyone organizing one activity, and again, metrics, last year, 11,000 venues, a little bit more than 20,000 activities, fun and free. So on a vast majority, a lot of venues organize just one. And then you have those who organize three activities because they want to receive a badge as a wellness champion. All it takes is not to repeat the same activity for the 3 days. For instance, we've had hotels or resorts that say every morning, 7 a.m., we have by the pool a yoga class. Is it okay if we do yoga on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 7 a.m., 7 a.m., 7 a.m.? Can we be a champion? The answer is no, sorry, because you're repeating the same activity. You want to be a champion? Please organize three different activities, free, each of them free, that will attract a different kind of audience. Suggestions, easy. Why don't you organize a fitness class for those? Why don't you target people who think wellness is about sweating it out, having their heart beat faster, having a great opportunity to enjoy themselves, but with a big grin and sweating it out. So Zumba or Zumba in the pool or glow Zumba in the dark in a room. It's not a back room. It's very safe. It's not PG-13. It's really rated R. So everyone can no parent parental advisory requested. It's just people wearing how do you say, glow in the dark lip gloss or makeup and necklaces, and they have lots of fun with a good DJ. So there are those who want to do the sports and the fitness activities, organize one activity about this and make it fun. For instance, Antigua and Barbuda, they don't do aerobics, they do soca aerobics because they have soca as one dance with rhythm, and then they do aerobics on top with great music. Then the second activity could be about catching your breath and finding more resilience. So those who want to really be active can. Those who want to just stretch and yawn and do yoga nidra and do mindfulness and listen to sound healing, perfect. And then there are those who want to dig deeper into the five pillars of wellness: sleep and creativity, nutrition and immunity, boosting your immune system, your microbiome, but also boosting your cognitive um, functions. So not just brain to lose weight or to have a balanced diet, but also brain food. Movement and vitality, I just mentioned this, mindfulness and serenity. And the other one is sense of purpose and solidarity. So if they want to learn more about the five pillars of wellness and how to improve this on a daily basis with easy tips, well, then maybe this is something that they can do with a nutritionist, with a yoga teacher, with a author of a book, and then they can be a workshop. So for venues to try to attract three different types of audiences that they want to see again, I think it's very clever to organize three activities and they get a badge that we send in JPEG, PNG, and SVG. SVG format is to be added on websites. PNG is to be added on any document. And last year, out of the 11,000 venues that participated, we had 555 or 56 venues that did three or more activities and received their badge as a wellness champion, including Sofitel, including Six Senses. They don't need to say they're a wellness champion, but they're happy to receive an accolade and to share it on social media. It creates, traction. Now, if you want to go beyond being a wellness champion, you can be a wellness hero. And this is closer to my heart because this is the reason why I really launched World Wellness Weekend. Not just wellness for the clients who pay, but also clients for the colleagues and clients for the underserved, the underprivileged community. So 3 activities make you a champion? Great, do that. Then add one activity for your team, back of house, team building, stress management, something nice that they can do together, back of house, in the days leading to the Wellness Weekend, not during the weekend, because on weekends they're very busy. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, why not? One activity for their team to say, guys, thumbs up, thumbs up to you, and maybe 2 thumbs up with 2 activities for you guys. And then the last piggy here, after the 3 activities for the clients, the one for the team, this one is really about community. Some venues are sending one of their fitness trainers to a school for kids at risk, to a senior home, not just to do 2 fast activities, but maybe tap and clap. And those people in their 70s and their 80s, it's not really Zumba, it's more slow Zumba, and they have this attitude and they still move and they enjoy themselves. So they give each other glances, reminding them when they used to dance. So it's really about the enthusiasm. So with these 5 activities, 3 for clients, 1 for team, and 1 for local community, and you can also include for local community a cleanup. And because we are partnering with the World Cleanup Day in 190 countries, and we're encouraging hotels, resorts, cities to organize also a cleanup. Stretch before, cleanup, and then a mindfulness exercise to also cleanse your mind. So that's about the Wellness Champion and about the Wellness Heroes. And last year, we had 46 exactly Wellness Heroes. We hope to have more this year.
Great. Well, what would be the next steps for hotels, destinations, spas, wellness professionals to get ready and maximize participation and media exposure for World Wellness Weekend?
So super easy. And maybe after answering this, I can, share my screen and show you where to go. Maybe I'll do this now.
Okay, go ahead.
So sharing my screen. Up. Let me know when you see my screen.
We got it.
Excellent. I'm switching this off. So this is wellmap.org. Boom. So it is a long URL. As you can see, this is the long URL so that search engines can completely understand what we do. But if you want to connect, wellmap.org, enter, will get you to the same place. World Wellness Weekend. So you don't have to type all of this, wellmap.org. You can choose your language, boom, and soon Ukrainian joining. You can simply search here, and I'll show you in a second. If you want to look what's happening in Canada, ta-da, you can see 58 venues. Each of them have a pin. If you want to see what's happening in Spain, 10 times more, 574 activities. Of course, mainland, Madrid, as I said, Costa del Sol with Marbella, Malaga, and all the way to Gibraltar, but also the Canary Islands and also the Baleares with Mallorca, Minorca, and Ibiza. So this is what you can find when you search with the name of a city or the name of a country. You can find this. But if you go back to the top, and if you click here on sign in or sign up, you can create an account in an instant. You can create it with Google. All you need to do is click here. It will use your Google elements, completely secure with Google certified. You can click directly with your Facebook account, or like me, you can enter your username, enter your email. Right now, it's recognizing me with Jean-Guy, but the email that I entered was jean-guy@tiptouch.com, my company. And then there's a password. I'm not going to show it. You don't have to copy my password. You can find your own. Then once you do this, you click here on sign up. Basically, it says that you don't want to receive spam. No one likes to do that. But you will receive a monthly newsletter that will tell you what are the assets that you can use, the communication kit, the different documents that can help you. And I received a question earlier on what kind of activities can be done. So I'll show you a document in a second. So basically, this is it. It reminds you how you can become a champion, how you can become a hero, lots of information, the easy steps that you can do, how to step into the spotlight, and um, there's also, lots of information. If you go here in the menu, that is now known as the hamburger menu because it's three lines. Um, and if you go to Kit 2026, you can have access to frequently asked questions, and you can also have access to this place, which is the Kit 2026. Documents that you can simply click on and have access to why your spa or your hotel or your fitness club or yoga studio or your city and a tourism authority should participate. Let me show you this document when you click on it. Because we're on Zoom, I uploaded them before so that you can see them immediately because sometimes Zoom takes a lot of bandwidth. So in 2 pages, what is World Wellness Weekend? What would a city or a destination gain? How to take part. I just told you, register on wellmail.org. It's instant, it's free, thanks to our sponsors, Lemi, Agilicis for the management platform, and then some companies. Even my own company is a sponsor because when those guys don't pay up all of the bills with their sponsorship, then it's my turn to put my money where my mouth is and to balance all of the expenditures of launching an event in 187 countries. Decide on your level of participation. You can be a champion, you can be a hero. We can be heroes just for a day, so you can do that. And these are some ideas for cities of activities in public spaces, open doors, community, well-being workshops and talks, nature-based and cultural well-being experiences. If you're a hotel, same, there's a document for you telling you which are the hotel groups already participating and how far they're into this. What does a hotel or a resort gain? Of course, attract locals, show that you're a place for active living, not just for sleeping. Increase the on-site engagement, not just the spa, not just the wellness, but also the fitness, the food outlets, and the outdoor activities. And you can read this document. I don't have to read it for you. How to take part? Well, once again, register on wellmail.org and you decide on your level of participation, champion or heroes. What are activities for hotels and resorts? Well, a morning yoga, a stretching session, a poolside relaxation. I love yoga when it's not necessarily on a mat, but in a pool. So it can be yoga qua. I love Zumba when it's not necessarily in a room and it's in the pool. It's Zumba qua. You can be very creative, but especially be true to what the properties are offering because you don't want to attract anyone. You want to attract the people you want to see stay with premium or freemium activities and the people attract the people you want to see return. Not just this is not World Freebie Weekend, okay? So it's not about free activities, it's about a smart way of communicating, of marketing, of selling wellness activities for people. And the best way to attract them is to say, come attend this class and stay longer. So these are the things that you can see. There's also a document in the participation kit about the communication kit, how to sign up, activity ideas. I'm not going to open this document for you, but there's at least 8 or 9 pages with lots of activities based on the 5 pillars of wellness. So activities to improve sleep and recovery, activities related to nutrition, so many things you can do about movement, so many things you can do about mindfulness, original. And there's also a 3 page document about a timeline for people who want to go deeper, who are really organized. Well, what do you do before? What do you do during the weekend? What do you do after so that people want to come back? Rise as a champion, shine as a hero, and top tips if really you want to attract and retain a wellness audience. So best practices that we share completely for free. And there is even this document. Yes, the communication kit, where you will find every single piece of information and graphic elements that you may need. The logo, the colors palette, the 5 pillars of wellness with icons, the official posters, social media graphic assets, the fonts that you can use. So anyone who wants to do a background like this, you can use the logo, you can use so many elements for t-shirts, for kakemonos, posters, so many things that people can have access to just by the click of a link, and that's about it. Maybe, Sarah, I see that we're getting closer to the end. Maybe I can share just a 50-second video so that people can see what it looks like.
Okay, yep. And then we'll open it up just for any questions after that.
Brilliant. So let's click on this. I hope you can hear the music.
We cannot.
Okay. So there should have been a thing that I should have ticked on for the audio. But basically, it's a nice music, and you can find it on YouTube. You can see so many televisions because it's really about catching the attention of the media. It's not about advertising. It's not just about promotion. It's about creating a moment in time when all of these venues, and last year, 11,000 venues, over 1,000 mentioned in the media, 20 million views generated, supporting good health and well-being and promoting champions and heroes that want to be recognized in their community for doing the right thing. And as I said, it's always on the third weekend of September. Join, be there, or be square. I'll stop sharing, and maybe we have questions from the audience.
Thank you so much, Zhangyi.
Absolute
Did
pleasure.
we get to this? What activity do you find would be great to offer free? Did we cover that?
Did we cover that? We did not. But for that, I will share my screen again. I will go back to, wait, here, and then I'll go here, and then I'll go on wellmap.org. You go to the Kit 2026, click, you arrive on this page, and you go to activity ideas. Because what would be a good idea? Well, for who? For a hotel, a resort, a city, a fitness club, a yoga studio, a dance class, activity ideas to catch media attention and attract visitors. You can find lots of ideas if you want to increase sleep, recovery, creativity. If nutrition is the USP, not just the unique selling proposal, but the unique sensorial proposal with culinary wonders. I was just 2 weeks ago in Japan as one of the judges for the Asia Massage Championship, but also I was invited by the governor of Kagoshima Prefecture to discover Yakushima Island, where they have cedar trees that are over 2,000 years old. One of them is 7,000 years old. And they also have amazing Wagyu beef, amazing champion matcha tea, amazing yellowfin tuna, and so many other things. So if nutrition is your thing, is it a cooking demo? Is it a healthy plate workshop? What are the activities you can do with a nutritionist? If movement and vitality is your thing, as a hotel, resort, destination, outdoors, indoors, family, or adults only. Is it discovering the yoga style for you? Is it about Pilates on a mat, on a reformer, on a Cadillac? Is it fitness, Zumba, CrossFit? Is it just walking, hiking, biking, running? So many run groups now, so many activities, even for the golden ladies, chair-based movement for seniors, like we have seen in the city of Higashikawa in Hokkaido, Japan, where the mayor has partnered with a fitness club to offer fitness sessions for the people who have retired, the seniors, people who study, the young ones at school, college, university, and also the people working. Is mindfulness your thing? Then is it a guided relaxation with voice? Is it a guided meditation? And there are so many types of meditations that you can do, just watching at a candle, listening to a sound or your breath. Is it breath work? And there are so many activities you can do with pranayama, whether you are on holidays or whether you are at work at your desk. Is it about stress management? Is it about sound therapy? We've had a beautiful venue in the southwest part of France that organized a sunset yoga on a rooftop of a restaurant where they had, healthy food choices after. They could stay and they could overextend with the dinner. And it wasn't music that you hear with a CD. It was an acoustic guitarist from the southwest part of France. So you had southwest um, um, Iberic, Andalusia, no, not Andalusia, but well, you had, a guitarist, and that was absolutely fantastic. Is purpose and solidarity your thing? Is it a talk about ikigai? Is it about walking or running for a cause? Is it partnering with the local association? There are so many things. This document, I hope, can give you some insights.
Yeah,
And my best idea is organize a team meeting. Ask your team what would set their heart on fire, what would bring a smile to their face, what would they do different, so that it's not just a free activity, but it's a signature activity. And so many hotels, resorts are trying something new for the first time during the Wellness Weekend. And when it works with yoga, fitness, yopra, mixing yoga with opera music, opera overtures, fantastic. Then some venues can keep it as a signature activity for people to come back.
great. Well, thank you so much, Jean-Guy. Unfortunately, we are at time today, but thanks for joining us and sharing your insight, and thanks for letting the audience know all about World Wellness Weekend. We will be sending the recording out to everyone, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so very much, Robin, for having me. So sorry for having missed the previous time in May. Thank you for giving me a second chance. I do believe in second chances, so thank you for giving me one. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Sylvie. Thank you, Mackenzie. Thank you, Brigitte. And who else? Well, lots of people. So thank you, all of you. Wishing you the very best. I'm easy to find on social media, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. The website, I hope, is self-explanatory. There's a frequently asked questions section on the homepage of WellMap, so you can see the most frequently asked questions for venues and for also for the locals. Hopefully, you'll find great opportunities to really promote your destinations. And let me know if you want to have a conversation with a mayor, with a tourism office or authority, so that we can share some of the 60 plus letters of support we have received from officials. Because our key thing is not just to have a free yoga class, a free fitness class during the World Wellness Weekend, and people doing the wealthy, the victory of the mind and the victory of the body. And when body are connected together, you may have wellness, World Wellness Weekend, from the heart to the world. It's not just about a photo, and it's not just about yoga. It's definitely about making an impact for healthier, stronger, and happier communities. And if we can show the locals that there are opportunities for them to grow in a healthy way, not just because they're a blue zone, not just because they have a Mediterranean diet, but because there are so many wellness providers, sports, fitness, beauty, mindfulness, and God knows they need, all of us, we need this in this time of uncertainty, but also to attract visitors and to have them visit again at different times of the year so that they can feel like temporary locals. I think that then when we see wellness entering the schools for kids, when we see wellness entering the senior homes, when we see wellness entering orphanages like we have, when we see independent contractors getting together by a lake because each of their places are way too small, and they each contact all of their clients, say, join me at 10 a.m., I'll do the yoga, and Andrea will do the fitness at 11, and Mackenzie will do the mindfulness at noon. Join us. You can join one class, you can join all of them. It's completely free. But please, if you want to come, bring water so that you can hydrate yourself, bring your mat, bring your smile, and if you can, bring some non-perishable food. By the end of the day, we will be sharing whatever donation in non-perishable food you have. At the end of the day, those people near Buenos Aires, and I'll end on this to really tell you about the purpose of wellness for all. They had 285 kilograms of non-perishable food, rice, noodles, coffee, tea, biscuits, chocolate, because chocolate never asks silly questions. Chocolate understands, of course, and salt and whatever, crackers. Then they gave it not to one association, but to three. Wellness for all. Having people join with friends, having a great time, promoting different professionals so that maybe people want to embark on a wellness journey and go deeper into the five pillars of wellness. And then providing wellness and to those who need everything, who maybe we will never meet, but our own wellness, me, can reach out to others. So maybe it's my sleep, my weight, my movement, my mindfulness, me. But then wellness doesn't start with me, me, it starts with we. You can check it out in the dictionary. Thank you all very much for joining, and I hope to see you more and more on wellmap.org. Merci, Sarah. Thank you, Robin, and thank you, Wellness Tourism Association.